Na, 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 na. Hey, everybody. It's me, it's Ryan Ballard, and this is Making It Up As We Go, the show where we make it up on the fly. So it's kind of in the title, so you know what you're getting into. So it's episode 33. So let's get everybody in here and get this thing going. We got Mr. Paul Corliss. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing quite well, thank you.
Awesome. Looking good, matching your chair. That's good. we got Mr. Paul Hammerquist. How you doing, sir?
Good.
Not matching his chair. And, and we got Mr. Sean. How you doing, sir?
I'm hanging in there.
There we go. Good deal. Well, it is Saturday night, and as usual, we are just gonna chat and BS about some videos and goings on and all that good stuff. What we're making and what we're not making. Let's see, Sean. Since you've been ill, what have you been up to, sir?
Ill.
Just being ill.
I've been trying to knock out some orders and stuff while I can in the process.
That's good.
But I haven't been doing a lot of much for the last week and a half.
I bet. A lot of water weight running out of there.
Yes, I know I've lost a couple good pounds.
Took
Wrong kind of diet, but it's working.
Good deal. Well, it's good to have you back. And if you disappear, we know what's happening, and we're going to make fun of you.
It's all right. Great game.
Mr. Hammerquist, what about you, sir? What have you been up to?
Well, got a lot of my gifts for the Star Trek cruise ready, and then was like, hey, let's add something else.
Oh, nice. What?
Nice.
So, still got to paint this, but hey, you get in a deadline on something else, start another project.
Yeah, I know how that is. This whole room is that whole statement.
Yeah, I still got to figure out what I'm going to put on the fronts. I want to do some text around it. So figure something out there, but I can put that off. Got other projects I'm working on as well. And
yeah,
hopefully I'll have a video out tomorrow as well. So not going to say anything else, because if I don't, then I haven't failed at making a promise.
Sounds like a plan. What about you, Mr. Corliss? What have you been up to?
Hey, my wife asked me if I would make a picture frame. So I'm going back to some conventional woodworking and making a simple picture frame.
There you go.
Using
that sounds like a plan.
And when it's a simple picture frame, I mean, you can't hardly justify using the CNC or the laser to cut the wood or anything like that. You got to break out the old stuff.
Well, you're doing real woodworking, huh?
Real woodworking, yeah.
That's a bad bridge to cross.
Now you made me feel bad. I was like, I want to do picture frames, but I'm going to do them on the CNC.
Yeah.
No,
I even downloaded a pattern for a simple picture frame to do on the CNC, but nice. She wants even simpler than that. So you got to do what the customer wants.
Yeah, I hear you on that. The my son, when we were in Disney a couple weeks ago, he wanted this one picture that was at one of the things, and they were out of it when we went back to go get it. So my wife ordered it online, and it showed up the other day, and so it needs a picture frame. And my immediate thought was, all right, how am I going to do this on the CNC? Because I don't want to do 45-degree miters. And I just cut this out of one thing and then just slap it on there and go. And yeah, I hear you on that. Oh, well, good luck with that.
The possibilities with the CNC are endless, though, and the same with laser.
Oh yeah.
You could take like a 30-degree bit, and just kiss the wood and make it look like there's miters cut in it.
Oh yeah, you could.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Never thought of that
and then
one.
and you can actually misalign the side so that it looks like I did it out of relief.
Oh yeah.
Could even do some relief carvings so you can have,
That's too much work.
challenge accepted.
Yeah, yeah, too much work on that. Oh well.
Hey, Cody's out there.
Oh yeah, we got Mr. Cody out there. I saw Mr. Bob Wood out there this evening too.
Ah,
And, oh yeah, there he is right there. There's Mr. Cody. Oh, and
Hi,
there's
evening.
JR. JR's there too. Hey JR. Yeah, but join a frame. Yeah, exactly. I hear you, buddy. That's oof. I wanted to do like a really cool. I have this. It's around here somewhere. It's upstairs somewhere. Anyway, it's a cool poster from a VW event that I went to at the whatchamacallit, at Dover Air Force Base a couple years ago. Like, because they have like a museum of planes and stuff like that you can walk in and out of, and I mean like some bunch of military planes. One of the old Air Force Ones is there. And you can like go into it and stuff. It's pretty cool. But then it was like a whole bunch of VWs that were parked underneath the wings and stuff like that all around them. It was a neat event, very neat. But anyway, so they had this artist draw up a really cool picture to commemorate it. And so I have one of the posters, and I wanted to do like a really cool picture frame with it. So that's something that it's on the list of 10 million projects that I have to do. Maybe someday it'll get done. Might get done someday. So we'll see how that goes. But for me, as you can notice, you there or may notice or may not have noticed, this is kind of a different camera angle right now. And that is because of the action that we have going on over here. And that I can't show until a video comes out on it now. So we're at the stage where I can't show anymore. So,
Oh, you tease.
I'm really digging it though. It looks really cool. It's taking everything I got and that's just to go, look at this. So it hasn't burnt the house down yet. But yeah, the other day I had to, because of how my the tubes were running for the exhaust and all that stuff, I had to make an adapter for the hose. So I 3D printed one of those out and put that in there. So been busy for sure, but fun times. All right, well let's start with the videos for this evening. There's some in particular that we'll get to in a little bit. I'm really trying to be good. I'm trying to be good, and we'll get to that. Let's get to some of the other ones first. But first, we're just gonna. I haven't seen him out in the comments yet. But Mr. Schuster, right? So last week we had this one from Rob where he did the puzzle piece chessboard, and it just makes you not want to do any kind of woodworking anymore because it looks so good. And then yeah, and then he tops it. I was like, come on, Rob. It made the backside of it into a Monopoly board. I mean, come on, Rob. I don't want to touch resin. I can't do that.
So good.
It's
absolutely amazing. I can't imagine how much he didn't say in the video how much time he had wrapped into that, but I mean it was ridiculous.
It's insane.
Rob did an awesome job. At first, I thought the outlines, like from the picture, were going to be like inlaid, like just resin as well. But oh no, it's 16-inch wide walnut. It just makes me want to throw things at him. I mean, what a gorgeous piece. He did a hell of a job on that. So, Good job on you, Rob. All right. Here we go. Mr. Matt Haas. Matt Haas doing laser stuff. It's good times.
Wow. Got something good for us there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think how many? 11
sheets 11 layers.
Together. Yeah. Layers. That was the word I was looking for. It wasn't there, but it was looking for it. But really cool looking logo that he made. Something I liked about this a lot was that the orange part is not against the back. Like it's offset in a little bit. And I thought it turned out really cool. That was a good way to do it. I had never thought about doing like a layered sign in that type of form. So I thought that was pretty sweet.
And then getting it all to line up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's always such a challenge, especially when you have that many different, odd shape,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did a good job with it. It was a pretty short video at 2 minutes and 42 seconds, but it was exactly what it needed to be.
Yeah.
And then of course, he had the sugar at the dessert. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. The dogs outside at the end. Matt, you should have put the dogs in the thumbnail because then it wouldn't have been clickbait. It would have been true. So it was good times. But I like that one. All right. Let's see here. We got light source engraving. I thought this was a pretty cool little video. This is because all the crazy crap coming from Temu, and so he went out and bought a bunch of the stuff and tested it on his laser to see how well it worked. And I thought that was pretty cool. The thing I was most interested in two items. The one was the keychains, the walnut keychains, which they look like they're in pretty good, quality wise, and they burn fine. I'm just trying to think of like the time it would take you to cut that shape out and then put the leather strap and the ring on it. It's probably cheaper and faster just to buy them like the blanks like that, and then just engrave whatever you want on them. But also yeah. And the business cards I was really interested in too, because I always find that pretty interesting. But he said that they were really thin, which I kind of liked because the metal business cards that I've seen before, they're very thick and they're expensive because they're so thick. And I think I wouldn't want to give them out to people because I'm like, they're just going to throw it away. And this is expensive for a business card, but being the thin ones and they engraved the same. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Now I didn't get to finish that video, but did he use the fiber laser on the business cards?
No, he used his diode on that one. Yeah. He used the fiber laser, I think on the three pieces in the middle.
Okay.
Yeah, the pen, I don't know what that carabiner thing was, knife or whatever, and then the little something, whatever those are. I thought it would be really cool. This is what I'm going to do for Halloween this year, and this is a tip to anybody. It would really help if I had a fiber laser because then I could write something cool on them. But I don't have one, and I don't really have any plans on buying one. But I want to go get a whole bunch of 10 millimeter sockets, and that's what you give out to the parents is you give out 10 millimeter sockets. There you go. It'd be pretty funny.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Let's see here. We're moving on. Bittner Built did Valentine's Day.
These are really cool.
Yeah, this turned out pretty good. it ended up being 3 different projects, and 2 of them came from one project. One he was what was it? The macaroons from Costco. He was engraving words on them, and that worked out well. I wish he would have said like what kind of settings he was using for that, because that would be interesting to hear.
I thought he used 55% power. I think it was text that popped up in the lower left.
Oh, did it? Oh, okay.
It was like 55 and like 300 millimeters a minute or whatever.
What's the wattage? You know?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was. I don't remember. I think it was a diode, isn't he using on that?
Yeah,
a 20-watt diode or something like that, if I remember right. But it was. But then he used the offcuts from the project there in the thumbnail for the third project, which was I was like, yeah, that's a good use of using your drops and stuff like that. So he did the one that's in the right there in the picture that lights up, and then he did another one that was like the place that he met his wife, where he proposed, where they got married, type thing, and they all turned out pretty cool. So I thought that was a good, maybe put that in the back pocket for next Valentine's Day.
Here's my question on that one, because when he was doing the macaroons,
yeah,
he was doing that batch where he could move the layer and box where everything was on the layer.
Yeah.
Does Lightburn have anything like that? I haven't looked or tried.
I don't think so. No.
I was like, that is pretty cool.
Yeah.
That feature that would.
Yeah, I think on that X tool that he has, it was it's in that their software or whatever that you can mark a space like that. But yeah, that is something that I think is pretty cool. I really wish that Lightburn did have something like that. But not everybody has camera stuff. So
it's not camera, because he said it didn't have a camera, and it's just, I guess.
Oh, that's right. He did just blip it or whatever. That's right.
He put it where he wanted
and hit the button on it,
moved it, to make a rectangle, square, whatever, and clicked the button and kept just moving it. So
yeah, that was pretty cool though. I do like that part of that software. Well, maybe someday. All right, we're moving on to another one. Now this isn't CNC, it's not laser, and it's not 3D printing, but I thought it was well worth showing on here because it's insane. So like, you could do this with a laser though, and even with a laser, I don't know if I would have attempted doing this thing. So I saw this thumbnail on YouTube. I was like, what the heck is this? It's like scroll sawing for that. And I was like, holy cow. So I watched it. That dude, he's got mental problems. Like, to take that amount of time to make that with scroll sawing. Yeah,
I was going to say, that's kind of like up Dave's alley.
That was nuts.
Yeah.
The detail on it was crazy. Like, the teeth had 3 and 4 different colors of wood on it. It was absolutely nuts, but it turned out fantastic. I thought it was really
all
cool.
by scroll saw.
Yeah, completely by scroll saw. Like, forget that. I couldn't do it.
For me, in a scroll saw, that's the imagination. That's what I'd have in my mind. But it would not look nothing like it when I was. I love my laser.
Sean, ours would look like a big burning fire.
Yeah.
And like Burning Man.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, just wipe it out, because it just just again, just like we were talking about with Rob before, man, this that makes me not want to even try any kind of scroll sawing stuff, because there's just no way to make something that cool. But man, it was really cool. I thought it was well worth it. So if anybody out there, like always, all these videos that we're showing up here are in the description, so you don't have to go search them out or anything. They're all right down there, and you can go check them out. So the next one here, I thought this was pretty cool. This is not a professional or the not professional homeowner. And he doesn't have a real big channel, but I thought this was a really cool project. So these are he makes patches out of cork for like hats and stuff like that. So he was showing it. Here's a better picture of it.
I would have never thought of using cork. I've seen leather.
Yeah, it's like it was a cork fabric or something like that. Pretty neat.
That is cool. That looks good.
Yeah, it turned out pretty good. It's he's just using a little diode laser and going to town. But yeah,
that's the cool thing. You don't have to have something expensive to come up with some really cool stuff.
Yeah, and you know you make your money on the small one and you buy a bigger one, and all that.
You progress. You learn on the way.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
How I got mine. I started off on the 3018, made enough money, was able to get the long mill.
We're veering into a conversation of another video.
I was on your comment. I said nothing else.
We're getting to it. we're getting to it. Let's talk about Onefinity then. Onefinity, this is cool. The Viking chair, and it was I like this because he's like, hey, look, you can do some stuff that's bigger than your machine and just wedge it in there. And so I thought that was a pretty cool project. It's made out of 2x4s, and I actually was thinking about maybe when we go down to the beach down in South Carolina, the beach chairs take a beating and they don't last very long. So I was thinking maybe I'll make myself some Viking chairs and see how they do down at the beach. So,
I like how they use rare earth magnets to hold the two bags together.
And then, but I think they put the bottle opener in the wrong place. They put the bottle opener like behind you here. They should just put it underneath the seat, and you can just reach underneath there and pop it and go.
Yeah, that looked great.
Yeah. I might be making some of those.
Oh, it's gonna be a great show.
Hopefully that bottle's not shook up.
Yeah. All good. Slant 3D made a football. I think they released this at the wrong time. They should have released this like last week, so that before the Super Bowl. But a pretty cool thought process on it. So and they're actually selling these, so you can buy a Slant 3D football. It's the same shape, same weight, and such as a regulation NFL football, and it's just made from TPU, like a harder TPU, so that it doesn't, I guess, crush too easy. But they're selling them. Did anybody look and see how much they're selling them for?
I know he said under $100.
Yes, he did say it's not very much under $100. Like $89. Yeah. But really cool. I was like, I put a comment on the video. I said, you need to send one of these to Pat McAfee. And anybody that doesn't know who Pat McAfee is, he used to be the punter for the Colts for like 8 years. And now he has a show on ESPN and YouTube. It's a crazy following on that show. I mean, they have like 40,000 people watching live on YouTube every day. I mean, it's ridiculous how many people watch that show. But it's not just about, it's mostly about sports, but it's the personalities that you like watching too, and they're pretty funny. But yeah, so a 3D printed football, which is kind of cool because, like, if you're thinking about it, you don't have to worry about, because of how you're doing the infill and everything, you're not worrying about if it's inflated or deflated or whatever the case may be. It's always going to be the same pressure. It's always going to feel the same. It's not going to change anything. But I wonder how well it would hold up. But it would be cool to find out.
Yeah, let's go get 2 300-pound linemen and
Yeah,
mash it to get with the ball in between.
Yeah,
Like how much pressure can it take?
I wonder how the ball reacts too for like a place kicker.
Yeah, well, that's why I was like, send this thing over there because he'll kick the crap out of it. I want to see if it breaks in half.
But you know what was interesting about this video was when he was talking about the design choices, when he was like, the texture of it, putting, oh my gosh, the leather straps, all of that. He's like, the first change we made, of course, was printing it.
Yeah.
But keep everything else the same because you got to let people.
Yeah, you got to feel like it's right. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you slowly make more and more changes because like that basketball. I was like, that's cool. And then he's like, yeah. And that's $1,000.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, not getting a new toy.
Don't like basketball that much.
Yeah, no, I just thought it looked cool.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. So interesting applications for 3D printing. So, but yeah, Two Moose Design. I love that they put their dogs in all the thumbnails because the dog looks scared shitless. Every time it's just like, please don't eat me.
Cute though.
Yeah. This one was all about like doing trays, like side table trays or chip trays or whatever the case may be. And what I thought was really funny was like he goes, "Well, we don't make any of these anymore. we make stuff that makes more money, but yeah, we'll show you how to do trays." And some stuff like that would work great on especially on a smaller CNC, you making trays and stuff. And hey, if it makes money, it'll work.
When I watch these, trays and videos like this, I always change my mind of what's next for the shop, and it's a planer and a table. So I'm always like, I want to do that.
How much more can I squeeze into the shop?
Yeah. So good times. How are we looking on comments? I haven't checked the comments because of this.
Well,
there was a comment about.
I thought Sean was running away. Oh, let's see here. Let's see here. Just checking out.
Raymond
no. Yeah, no, it's not the scoreboard lights yet. All the scoreboard pieces really are sitting. You see that white thing right there? They're in the box that's sitting on top of. So all the scoreboard parts they're all here. They're all printed. I haven't done all the other stuff that needs to go with it yet, but it's on the list. I had to get this done first. Then we can go back to that project.
So how far down the list is it?
I don't know. It could be like 3,000 under the list if you ask my wife.
Metal spring.
She keeps talking about taxes, and I'm like, all right, I got to go down to the shop. No. Oh, craziest. Here, Ray's asking, a bit afraid to use Temu. What do you think? Is it legit? I'm sure it's legit. I mean, there's been some stuff said about that site.
I like Cody's remark.
Yeah, just because of where where it is. Let's see here. Happy they made it safely. That's good. Those are some parts.
Well, Cody was saying Timo's notorious for stealing your personal info.
Oh, okay.
And selling it to make up for
I didn't see that one. Okay. Gotcha.
So, it's funny. You hear those, and then it's like, how much of that is true? How much of that is Amazon planting stories? it's just so hard sometimes to know what is.
Yeah. Oh, Kenneth says that dude dad sells a 10 millimeter socket keychain.
Just like,
That's cool. Let's see here. Da.
talk about Cody. I'm going to bring this up. Well,
Yeah.
I've been doing these new triple modules, and they're using 1/4-inch birch ply. And I started, and I had, the saying, 2 is 1, 1 is none. And I had one, and it turned into none real fast. I snapped a bit. I think I talked about that before.
Oof.
But I got my bits in. And of course, one's in there. This is my last. This is my one bit, because I have 2. And I'll tell you what, when I busted that, I went to this thing. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of a heavy duty bit, but I sat back and I did 8 modules, and it took me about 2 hours of sanding just to clean them all up. And when I got Cody's bit, dude, I sat back and I cut it, and it was, oh, thank you, Cody.
Nice.
It took all that sanding time away. I mean, just slightly hit a couple of little fuzzies here and there, and that was it. I loved it.
Yeah.
So I want to shout out to Cody for that. I love your business. I really, really do.
We're a Cody family here. Everybody loves Cody. Cody's good
there you
dude.
are, over there.
Awesome bits. Let's see here. Let's see. Timu, the Harbor Freight of
Harbor
Boston.
Freight of Boston.
Yeah, probably. Oh, let's see here.
I'm not gonna lie.
Kenny
I
just
bought
sold a
stuff.
Dodgers for $200. Nice.
There you go. I picked these up off of TMU, and they were great. And they're cheap, and you don't have to worry about destroying them.
Yeah.
Go for it, because get 5 or 6 of them, and
Be ready to roll.
yeah.
Ray, you need flat boards on the bottom of the chairs to keep them from sinking in the sand. Good point. Well, maybe not, because if you think about it, the chairs don't have flat bottoms. They have just the round little pieces of garbage metal, pot metal, whatever it is, that rust as soon as you walk away from the beach the very first time.
In my younger years, we used to take 2x12s, and then you just cut a notch in, and you trim up a board, and you slip them in, and there you go.
There you go. Let's see here. Yes, JR, I see that comment, and we are, as you can just guessing on the upcoming topic. Yes, sir. I think you're right. Let's see. What's Dwayne saying here? Maybe that's what Ryan hiding outside. He's using the scoreboard to keep count of the cuts that are made on the new laser. No, unfortunately, the scoreboard would not fit in this room. It is 17 feet long, so it's definitely too big for this room. But yeah, the scoreboard's coming. It's definitely coming. So all good.
So Ryan, I heard in that a new project, make room bigger.
Oh no. Definitely no. Can't do that. Not down here. There's really nowhere to make it bigger at. There's a bathroom right in front of me here, and there's an electrical room right there on that wall. So, and stairs are right over on that other side of that. So, this room is as big as it's gonna get. No, but that's all good. All right. Well, we've caught up with that stuff. So let's, I guess, get to the fun part of tonight. Let's talk about IDC Woodcraft. Anybody have any opinions on some videos that came out recently on these guys? Oh, I do. Oh.
Yeah, I was always brought up, if you didn't have too much good to say, don't say anything. So I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, you got it. Hey, you're a better man than me. So IDC Woodcraft came out with a video yesterday about 3 CNCs you should not buy. It starts off with the desktop size machines, the 3018 size or whatever I guess can fit on a desk.
A learning machine.
A learning machine. He was like, oh, they're not built well. There's no support for them. I don't think that's really true because some of them are. I mean, of course, yeah, exactly.
That's a rugged little guy.
Some of them are built pretty stout, like that Jinmitsu back there. That thing is built like a tank. That thing's great. But you can get one for $150. And if you got $150 and want to get into doing CNC work, I say do it. Get into it and try it. See if you like it. Whatever. The second part that he says, number 2, is a wood-based machine. Now, I do own a Gatton CNC for the last 5 years, and I do also own a Bob's Revolution plywood machine. And I can tell you, I love them. They're awesome. They cut. They don't. He was trying to say in that they flex, and in that he was showing his Bob CNC that he had, I guess, at some point in time, and he's like yanking on the gantry, trying to move it. It looked like some stuff was loose on his machine to begin with, and so it wasn't that the machine was flexing; it was that he didn't have it together right. It looked like to me. I don't know. Maybe he did. Maybe he didn't. But I went out to my Revolution, and it doesn't move like that.
One of the things that he showed was a video clip talking about his machine, how great it is because he could stand on it while it was cutting. Well, yeah. Dave has a picture on one of his videos where he's riding it back and forth on the y-axis, and it's not flexing a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, every machine will have its own limitation. You push any machine too hard, it's gonna foul on you one way or another.
Oh, exactly.
Right. And I mean, we're talking like hobby-based machines, so that's like comparing a 3018 to an Avid. Well, of course the Avid's going to be better, but it also costs 100 times more, at least, right?
Well, I remember when I did my cutting acrylic on the 3018 video, my first video, and a lot of the, I had posted it up and I had, people who were more seasoned, going, that's not cutting. You're just scraping away the acrylic. Well, yeah, because that's all this can handle, because I'm going 0.1, 0.2 millimeters per pass while I'm cutting.
Yeah.
And it's working.
And it worked. And that's how I made money. Yeah, I had to spend a lot of time cutting out these LED signs for people and designing and all that. And it took a while to cut. Not going to lie. But that's how I built up enough money to make and get my long mill.
Yeah.
It gets the job done. We were talking, I wanted to get a planer. Do I really need one? I could use my CNC and flatten the board that way. I know not perfectly like a planer, but I could. It's probably not the best way. It's not the best tool to do it, but it got the job done for what I have a budget for.
I've done it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that was crazy. The third part he said even was belt machines, which I thought was funny that he didn't even mention the X-Carve as being a belt machine because I think, if you go back 5-7 years ago,
that was the original.
That's what everybody kind of was looking at originally. I think everybody kind of started looking there because they advertised the most and probably gave the most of them to YouTube people. So that's all you saw out there.
And it was affordable.
I was the video just it made me mad. Like I was like, you got to be kidding me. Well, then so I actually put a comment on that video today because he was talking about the wood flexing and swelling or moving and all that stuff. So I got onto Copilot, which is the AI, because I just didn't feel like doing the math. And I said, what is the thermal expansion of aluminum and compared to plywood? And it was basically aluminum moves a whole lot more than plywood does. So whatever. You're not speaking properly about the movement of it. But yeah, here you go. Yeah. JR's on here. Yeah. If you present yourself as a CNC expert, don't give shit advice to new people. Yeah, not everybody can afford an Avid. I mean, yeah, it's ridiculous. Also, try to be supportive. Want to try share advice through the land. Yeah. Aside from talking about the Chinese-made bits, I'd never crap on the community like he did. Well, even the Chinese bits have a place too. I mean, if you're starting out, you don't want to break a $15, $20 bit, buy a $20 pack of 10 crap bits, and at least you can kind of learn from it.
But
But
3018, that's great experience. You $10, you get what, 10 bits? Who cares if you break one? Just go for it. You're
Is it SPE that sells packages of bits like that? And
I don't know.
a bunch of them out there.
I broke a lot of them.
Yeah.
What
You learn what not to do. And then when you start buying nicer bits like Cadence Manufacturing and Designs bits, then you're like, it helps you become better because you already know what you're not supposed to be doing. And it makes those expensive bits last a whole lot longer.
Makes you cry a little harder when you break it.
Yeah, but you really screwed up then.
That was all me. That was all me. I'll admit it. I hate to, but yeah.
But I think the way the video was presented itself, don't buy these.
Yeah. And buy this one that I'm an affiliate for, because this one, I'm not saying anything against the long mill, but it's like, it's obvious he's an affiliate with them. But you can tell that. So then today he put out a video basically saying, "Oh, I'm sorry," because a bunch of Shea Poco people were mad at him for saying that their machines were crap when they're not. And so he babbles on for a while about not being sorry about that, but he's not really sorry. Look at that bottom thumbnail. He spent a lot of time making that thumbnail. He was proud of that thumbnail. He said exactly what he wanted to say. And so don't pretend that you weren't saying what you wanted to say. But to me, it was he was just trying to shill his affiliate links. Oh, my machine is metal. It's got, rods. It's, blah, blah, blah. It's all the things that I'm telling you not to buy.
Well,
we're not telling you.
I think it's the way it's framed.
Yeah.
Because it's don't buy these. If it was, hey, know what you're getting into. Like on a 3018. Hey, you got a small cutting area. It's not going to have the greatest power, but it's a great way to learn and get involved and see if this is something you really enjoy.
Yeah.
Hey, if you don't have the money, but you need a big area, here's these, here's Dave's, here's oh my gosh, I just blanked. Bob. Sorry, I'm worked up and too.
I was just dumbfounded with the whole thing, though. It made me angry because he does present himself to be the expert or a CNC expert and he sells bits, and just to be sitting there shitting on half the community, more than half of the community, their machines fall in those categories. So at least one of them, if not more.
The long mill has a belt on the y-axis.
Oh. Hmm. Interesting.
FYI, I have a long mill.
Yeah. So, it really did irritate me because I mean, yes, I'm friends with Dave and I'm friends with Bob and their machines, and knowing what they've put into their design of the machines and the quality that they've put out there, for this guy just be sitting there, oh, you don't want these. This is crap. Oh, no.
See, no, I'm not gonna lie. When I saw the title of it, I thought he was talking about the router part. This is
That's
don't
what
get
I
this
thought.
router. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
I was not expecting to see what I saw. That
Yeah.
was almost disappointing.
And
I will say that.
this where is it at there? That thumbnail on the bottom there, that's not the original thumbnail either. He's changed it since he put it out, because the original one had a Shapeoko 3XL in there, and I think he took it out because of the blowback that he got from the amount of Shapeoko people that were in his DMs, or comments. I think he really shot himself in the foot for that video. But I mean, I'm a Cody guy. I don't plan on not being a Cody guy, but if I had any thoughts about buying any bits from him, I wouldn't be buying any now. I would be saying no thanks. Evidently my machine's not good enough for your bits.
Proof is in the pudding.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that. Proof is in the pudding. And saving 3 hours, 2 hours of cleanup time. Oh, that was a saving grace.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't know what else to say about it. But I could go on and just
nothing more. I think.
Yeah. Oh yeah, John won the Bob CNC this year from the Christmas videos. So, and it's a good machine. Yep, they definitely are. Oh,
They are just that.
Oh yeah. Look,
I agree. We've all been playing with this equipment I've been doing this now, over 10 years. I know that for a fact. I am no expert, and I do not say I am. I'm learning something new every day.
Oh yeah.
Now, knowledgeable, maybe. I use that word lightly, maybe. I mean, I don't know. Expert's such a big. How can I put it? I mean, you're putting up high expectations.
Yeah.
My dad used to, to me, he was the smartest guy I knew. Programmed calculators was just like he could read computer, knew 15 different computer languages, could read them like it was English. But, he would tell me he would go to these shows and these conventions. And he always say he'd walk in the room and he goes, the key to all that is walking into the room and acknowledging you are the dumbest one in the room. And he goes, because then that means you're willing to learn and hear other people out. And that is something I've always lived with, and never walk into the room thinking you're the best. Walk into the room willing to listen to other people.
There's always something new to learn.
Oh yeah.
All right. Now, can you see us through that?
I can.
No way. Well, that's
it's awesome.
Cool.
Is that one of those new expensive Apple things?
No. I can tell you right now that methamphetamines are a very bad thing, and you should not do them. And when you are needing a fix and you decide to sell your Oculus Quest 2 for $100, you really need help. So, but yeah, I can see kind of what's going on in front of me right now. So
You got to
Put
paint
some
some
googly
fake
eyes on
eyeballs
it.
on the front.
Yeah, I want to. I do. I definitely want to because it does look weird. So my son has one of these that he bought for himself at Christmas, and then and he let me play with it the other day, and I was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." And because I'd never put on a VR headset before, and so he I can't do this. I gotta take it off. It's a little too. It's too weird to look at to try to look at the screen. But anyway, so I put it on and was messing around with it a little bit, and then of course all the ads start showing up on everything else because I'm starting now to look at videos on it and stuff, and so I was the fitness with these things is supposed to be kind of a big thing to do. I guess just getting moving. And for anybody that doesn't know, I'm a very large man, and I need to not be such a large man. So I was thinking that maybe it would help me get some movement in exercise and stuff like that. So I was looking at Facebook Marketplace this morning, and they had it for sale for $100, and I was like, all right, we're going to send that guy a message. Cheaper than a gym membership, and it might be more fun.
Hey, Beat Saber.
Yeah.
Awesome. I went over to my brother's house. He has the PS5 one.
Yeah.
VR. I should have brought workout clothes to that party.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
It gets you moving, but it's so much fun. Man, you Beat Saber. Yeah, if you want a good workout.
I've done the roller coaster on one. That was pretty good.
Before I came down here to the office, I put it on, and I haven't downloaded very much, but I did put on the YouTube app, and on YouTube on there you can do 360 videos, and holy cow, is that insane to be immersed in. I was watching one that had sharks. It was like underwater with these like Nerf sharks that were swimming around these divers, and it was really funny because I'm sitting there like looking around. I'm like, "Oh, this is cool," and I'm like, "Oh, what's behind me?" It was the diver. The diver's like huge in the camera because he's like sitting right behind the camera. It was pretty funny, but yeah. Yeah. Al's got it. The guy that sold you the 3D goggles bought it. He's so much weight. Just saying. Yeah, probably. Oh, but I hate supporting somebody's habit. That was
Hey, but you only supported it for one day.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Look, you got a new addiction.
Yeah. So we'll give it a whirl and see what happens with it. But I was also looking at it for doing 3D printing and CNC stuff because there's some apps in there that you can draw and you can you can create STLs with it and stuff like that. So I'm kind of interested in exploring those parts of it too.
Do they have an app where you can the model's in front of you and you can turn it around, and that would be pretty cool? I
think so. I mean, I think there's, I think that is one of the things that you can do in there. And but Bob Wood saying the boxing app. Yeah, the Thrill of the Fight is the one that you're talking about, and that's I'm going to be downloading that one tomorrow.
Is that the one where there's a video out there? The guy punches the TV across the room. He's swinging his arms.
Yeah, you got to have some open space. So I'll probably be down in here where it's open in the middle of the floor to be messing around with it. But it'll be fun. I think it'll be entertaining. I just thought it'd be fun to put it on for the show. I was thinking about doing it at the very beginning, like starting the show with it on. And I was like, I'm not gonna be able to see anything with this thing on because you can see like you can see the real world. Like I was able to see the screen and stuff, but with this one, it's all black and white, and so it wasn't color like some of the newer ones are. So, yeah, JR, be worried about walking around and smacking into stuff. Well, it's kind of cool because you can set boundaries of where it'll let you know, hey, you're getting close to where your boundaries are, and stuff like that. So it does try to protect you a little bit. Yeah, next week will be holes all over the walls. Yeah, I'll be fighting. I might have to video it because it will be funny watching a fat man throw fists.
Next week's intro.
Yeah, just throwing haymakers, but pretty funny. But
well, and me, I am not an Apple guy, but they're whatever their set is.
Yeah, the Vision one.
Yeah, you can see the world around you.
Yeah.
So it's they're marketing theirs more as a computer.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
cool. I've seen some videos on it too. Price tag's a little high, but give them a couple years.
There's a bunch of idiots that are like at basketball games with them on and stuff like that. It's like, what are you doing, dummy?
We have a prediction out in the chat. It says that next week you'll have a head wrap and a cast on your arm.
There is an over under. My wife may be on that betting as well. So it could be interesting, but we'll see what happens with it. But it'll be fun. Yeah, I thought I was thinking it would be kind of cool when I saw some of the stuff where art and all that in there. I was like, maybe we can make something cool. So we'll give it a whirl. Well, we've been at this for a little over an hour now. I guess we should start wrapping her up. Mr. Sean, you got anything else for us today?
Yeah, I was just looking back in history.
Klondike.com.
Oh, the .com?
Yeah, Klondike. Yeah.
Klondike.com. All the train goodies. Check out T-Track. I did have a question. There's Josh Hess. He's from Nevada. Now, is it Nevada or is it Nevada? I wanted to see if I can ruffle a feather or two.
It's that state where Las Vegas is.
Yeah. I lived in Fernley for a while. And I'll tell you what, it's Nevada. You don't go Nevada. That's if you've lived there a while. Yeah, I noticed we've got people from Missouri and Pennsylvania and
Canada and the Australia.
Yeah.
So, check that out, Cody.
Nice.
I got a bridge I'll sell you. You know what? My first ones, I burned a couple bridges too. But hey, he did the shop for a day. Yeah, this has been a fun project. This is my new double length T-Track, so it's the same length as the module.
Nice.
And you can slip it in instead. Yeah. It's a lot of fun. Thank you, Cody.
Very cool. JR saying moving into a basement shop soon. Yeah, he's got a big move coming. Is your basement linked to your house HVAC? Mine is, yes. I mean, the HVAC unit is literally like 5 feet away from me behind a wall. But yeah, there I have this room has, I think, just one register coming into it, but yeah, it does pretty good. Yeah, but it stays pretty constant in here. It doesn't get hot or cold. It's pretty chill. So, Paul, yours is in the basement too, isn't it?
Yep, mine's in the basement, and I run a dust collector on my CNC, and I have an air filter and ceiling mounted air filter. And then I change my furnace filters more often, and I haven't really ever had a problem. It's I just try and keep. Of course, my workshop's a mess anyway, so it's a moot point. But I do try and keep the dust down.
Yeah, JR, how do you prevent dusty air from going into the return filters?
I don't worry about it.
Yeah, I just changed the filters out.
Yep.
No big deal. Especially, I think you have. Yeah, this will be a HGV renovation in reverse. JR is about to have the nicest looking shop on the face of the earth.
Just from his last. Yeah.
Yeah. It's if it's the basement shop that I saw pictures of, it's going to be a sick setup. It's good times. But yeah, I don't think there's any returns here in the basement. I mean, there's the HVAC and it's got like the main filters on there. But my CNC and all that's on the other side of the basement. It probably does get a little bit dirtier because I don't do any kind of dust collection on it. Yeah, I just change them out. I mean, I change them out every, 60 days anyway. So I don't know if it's a big deal for it.
Yeah, I don't have any cold air returns in my basement. I've thought about putting one in another part of the basement just to help circulate the air, but I don't have one now. And
yeah,
I guess if you were standing all the time but even then I try and hook it up to a shop vac or something.
Yeah. Don't worry about it too much, JR. I think is where we're getting at. Just make a 6 shop.
Yeah.
It'll be all good. All right. Well, Mr. Corliss, what do you got? You got anything else for us today?
I got nothing. I did my due diligence by sending you that video, so we had something to talk about tonight. But
yeah,
You're the
yeah. It was interesting. That's for sure. So, all right. Well, Mr. Hammerquist, anything from you especially since you won't be with us next week?
Well,
no, great. All right, thanks.
Yeah. Here, that's all. Go check out dehammermaker.com. The part of this project is already up there. I'll have the rest of that web page and that finished tomorrow. And again, no promises. Video maybe tomorrow. Maybe when I get back. Maybe not.
Yeah.
No promises.
No stress.
Yeah.
It's all good. Well, for me, not a whole lot. Just have a great day, everybody. I appreciate all the likes and all that good stuff that you guys throw out there, and all the comments in the chat. We're having a good time, so we definitely appreciate everybody. Everybody coming up and keeping an eye on us every Saturday night. So. Well, you guys have a great week, and we'll see you next time. Can't even do anything yet because I don't even have the outro ready to go. It's not there yet, but here it is. All right. Peace out, sauerkraut.
Yeah.